Well, Jesse Bates, it won't take long because it's all internet speculation. There's nothing going on with Eagles and Jesse Bates. Hate to burst the bubble.
Right.
Folks who've been with us a while, we'll tell you when we know a team's interested. We told you that they were interested in James Bradbury. We expected them to pursue him. They did. Didn't know they'd definitely get him because there were a lot of teams involved. But the Eagles did a good job in terms of the negotiation. They didn't get him. He wanted $10 million. They're paying him $7.5 million with upside at 10. But they did a good job on that one. But Anthony Tuminello asks, in the context of a glaring need at safety, I can't help but notice the current situation between the Bengals and Jesse Bates. He's one of the best young safeties in the league, but it seems to be an impasse with the team with a franchise tag and new contract. I find it curious they drafted 2 safeties relatively early this year, as if making preparation for life without him. I wouldn't go that way, Anthony. First of all, Dax Hill will not be a pure safety for them, I'm told. They're going to play him at corner. He'll play slot corner. They're going to move him around for matchup purposes. So he's going to be a jack-of-all-trades player who, if you heard our series with Greg Cosell when we went over the safety for the draft, he loves Dax Hill from Michigan, who was their first-round pick. So I would not call him a free safety or a safety pure. He's going to be a hybrid player for them. Also, Von Bell's contract up was their strong safety. Tyson Anderson was a 5th-round safety. So 5th-round safeties you have to think are just going to be a backup. So when you really look at it, them walking away from Jesse Bates would not make a lot of sense. And a couple of things we'll add here. The Bengals, the way it's explained to me by a lot of teams that have dealt with the Bengals over the years, they simply do not trade players. They don't do it unless they absolutely have to. I'll give you an example. Believe it or not, there were a lot of players, I know John Ross a couple years ago, they would call the Bengals. They would not trade him. They decided to let his contract run out. How ridiculous is
that? That's pretty ridiculous, but I mean, they what? How long did Carson Palmer have to sit out before they finally traded him?
The fake retirement, right? Exactly.
Right. That's right. He had to fake his retirement before he finally got traded. Yeah.
Mike, this is the way he explained to me. Mike Brown's like his dad, the late Paul Brown. He just believes that the club has a leverage. They're old school. You play your contract out. We will decide whether they're going to keep you, or in this case, put the franchise tag on you. So, yeah, we're in May now. This is just internet speculation. What's going on now? As we get closer to July, late July. Now, again, he doesn't have to report because he hasn't signed his tender. He could just do whatever he wants. He doesn't have to sign it all. Really, if you don't want to play, just not sign it.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. He can't. He theoretically cannot. Is not in position to pull a Carson Palmer. Palmer had made a lot of money already. He's a quarterback and high. I mean, Jesse Bates is still on his rookie. Well, he's about to be franchise tagged, but if he doesn't play, he hasn't made a ton of money. It's not like he wasn't even a 1st-round pick, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct, 2nd round.
Yep. So, I mean, I can see the Bengals saying, "Yeah, I dare you to not play for me for a year or so, or pull a Le'Veon Bell."
Right. But what got people stoked? We must have got 10 emails about this and message board questions. Because I guess he favorited something. What was it again? You told me, and I saw.
So there was a PFF tweet about how awesome the Eagles' offense is, and it showed all their, AJ Brown and Devontae Smith and Jalen Hurts, I think, and Miles Sanders and Goddard, and he liked it. So people went crazy. What a world we live in, where if the Eagles are rumored to like somebody, or if there's a hot name out there who's on, people are then checking everything that they've liked on. Who has time to do this?
I didn't even know that before.
I just can't believe people have time. I mean, it's one thing if it comes across your timeline, but to actively go to someone's Twitter account and then see what they've liked, my gosh.
Well, think of it this way, right? Though, to move this forward, and then we'll move on to the next question.
Well, I do want to talk about the safety issue for a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to get into that. No, that's what I'm getting to. So think about this, right? The other thing that people are pointing to, is that Bates is a free safety, right? He's a post safety.
Yeah.
Last year, we were told the tape was not very good. 2 years ago, he was tremendous 2 years ago. This past season, production sometimes is not fair when you're safety. It depends on how they're being used. But we're told the tape was up and down. Wasn't great. And the production was way down. Where 2 years ago, he was an absolute superstar. Mm-hmm. Very good player. Let's call it like it is. Very good player. But So people are like, well, he's much better than Marcus Epps. No question he is. But just understand, folks, that you would have to give up. We're not going to get into the compensation because they're not on him right now. But if they are, we'll have not only will we be on it, we'll get Cosell on. He'll break his tape down for us